The United States military just confirmed something that has been quietly happening in Nigeria for weeks now. And this is absolutely massive news that every Nigerian needs to hear. On Tuesday, February 3rd, 2026, the head of the United States Africa Command officially announced that American ground troops have been dispatched to Nigeria. This marks the first time the U.S. military has publicly admitted to having boots on the ground in Nigeria since the controversial Christmas Day airstrikes that shocked the entire nation back in December. General Dagvin Anderson, the commander of AFRICOM, revealed this information during a press briefing, and the implications of this deployment are huge. General Anderson explained that this decision came after he met with President Bola Tinubu in Rome late last year during the Akaba Process Summit. According to Anderson, both leaders agreed that more needed to be done to combat the growing terrorist threat in West Africa, particularly in Nigeria, where groups like Boko Haram and the Islamic State West Africa Province have been wreaking havoc for over 17 years. The general described the American team as small but bringing unique capabilities from the United States to support what Nigeria has been doing for several years. He did not reveal exactly how many troops were sent, when they arrived, or what specific operations they are conducting, but he made it clear that this is part of a deeper collaboration between the two countries. Now, let us take you back to how we got to this point, because the road here has been incredibly dramatic. Back in late October, US President Donald Trump began making explosive statements about Nigeria. He accused the Nigerian government of failing to protect Christians from being killed in large numbers by Islamist militants. Trump went as far as calling Christianity in Nigeria under an existential threat and warned that he might take military action if the situation did not improve. He even asked the Pentagon to draw up plans for possible attacks. When reporters asked Trump if he was considering sending U.S. troops on the ground or launching airstrikes, he responded by saying he could envision a lot of things. Those comments sent shockwaves across Nigeria and the entire world. Then, on Christmas Day, December 25, 2025, the United States launched its first ever missile strikes inside Nigeria. American warships in the Gulf of Guinea fired missiles targeting what the U.S. described as Islamic State camps in Sokoto State in the northwest. AFRICOM claimed that multiple militants were killed in the strikes, but there was a serious problem. Several of those missiles missed their intended targets and fell on two civilian villages far from the militant camps. One village suffered property damage and injuries, though thankfully no deaths were reported. Undetonated American explosives were later found scattered across different civilian areas in Kwara, Niger, and Sokoto states, raising serious questions about the precision of the operation. If you are finding this story as shocking and important as we are, please take a moment right now to hit that like button and subscribe to this channel. Stories like this are exactly why we exist, and your support keeps us bringing you the most critical news. The Nigerian government has firmly rejected Trump's claims of a Christian genocide. Officials have repeatedly stated that armed groups in Nigeria do not target people based on religion alone. Instead, both Christians and Muslims are being killed by these terrorist groups, including in places like Borno State, which is the heart of the Boko Haram and ISWAP insurgency and is predominantly Muslim. President Tinubu, who is a Muslim married to a Christian pastor, pushed back hard against accusations that his government is religiously intolerant. He pointed out that since taking office in 2023, his administration has worked closely with both Christians and Muslim leaders and has made sure that government and military appointments are balanced between the two faiths. Just recently, Tinubu appointed a Christian as the new defense chief. Despite the pushback, the Trump administration went ahead and added Nigeria back to the countries of particular concern list, a designation given to countries that Washington says have violated religious freedoms. Nigeria now sits on that list alongside countries like China, Myanmar, North Korea, Russia, and Pakistan. This designation added fuel to the fire and increased pressure on Nigeria to accept American military help. Nigeria's Defense Minister Christopher Musa confirmed on Tuesday that the American team is indeed working in Nigeria but offered no further details. A former U.S. official told reporters that the American team appears to be heavily involved in intelligence gathering and helping Nigerian forces strike terrorist groups more effectively. The U.S. has also been conducting surveillance flights over Nigeria from Ghana since at least late November. All of this shows just how deep American involvement has become. What do you think about all of this? Is American military involvement the solution Nigeria needs to finally end the insurgency? Or does this open the door to more problems down the road? Drop your thoughts in the comments below and let us know where you stand. And if you're not already subscribed, please do it now and turn on your notifications so you never miss important updates like this one.